And we booked a photo shoot because when in Rome, you have to do a photo shoot.
And they're really like these are the photos that you see. Yeah, like the really cheesy ones. And then they do the background where you're looking one way and then you're looking this way. Like back, I remember those. I used to get those like when I was in the 4th grade, like in the 80s.
For publisher people, you already know how we do this.
Yeah.
Every time you're here, you have to take these photos. So we managed to arrange that for Friday. Guys, we're finally seated at the breakfast table, about to enjoy our brekkie, our first one at Asmara Palace.
Formerly known as Intercontinental.
Mm-hmm. You may notice today a little more pep in our step, a little more chipperness, because it's taken us a couple of days, but we're finally getting into the groove of things. Thanks to Jones's decision to check us out at Crystal. No, listen, this is not a dig at Crystal. It's just what we were needing was to be here.
I need a fitness center. I need a gym. And
sauna.
Sauna. And I need a place to go running. There's two, like Crystal Palace is right in the middle downtown. There's nowhere to run. Well, I can run, but it's cars.
Can't hide.
There's cars and bikes and kids near school. It's just a lot of work. And since it's in the middle of downtown, it's a little bit, there's a lot going on early, but here's nothing. There's nothing out here, but the airport's down the road, and it's not a busy airport, so it's pretty much really serene, quiet.
It's not a busy airport?
They got rid of Eritrean Airlines.
Fam, I did not know that. I did not know that Eritrean Airlines was no more. Let me know when this happened, if you know, and why and how. Because it was a few years. It was operating. They were going all the way to the U.S., if I'm not mistaken, and bringing people over. So it's very sad to see that. It seems Ethiopian Airlines has the monopoly now. I've always traditionally flown either Egypt Air, but primarily Lufthansa. Lufthansa used to be sort of like the big carrier that would bring us here via Frankfurt, but no more. So, in any case, thanks to Ishé. I gotta try this food. We are, is it? It looks good. Yeah, we are Intercontinental. This is officially the beginning of day 3, and we are grateful. We are grateful because we're now finally beginning to feel like ourselves again. And shout out, by the way, to Crystal Hotel. Nothing wrong with Crystal again. It's just we were needing some other amenities, which we have here. And even the breakfast was really lovely. So let's begin with that. Let's begin with yesterday morning. And wait, let me just say, I woke up yesterday morning at Crystal, in our room at Crystal, and looked over, and this is Jones. Arms across his chest.
It was still dark, but she could see my eyes.
Like wide open, and I just started hollering because the expression was like, how did I get here and why am I here? What have I done?
She was hiding. If you haven't guessed it, we laugh a lot. What couples are supposed to do, laugh and have fun.
It was hilarious.
It was early, like 6 something in the morning. She was laughing at me just because I'm wide awake. It's still dark.
With fear and confusion and disbelief in his eyes. This food was delicious.
I was so tired. Yeah, the food was
really good, guys.
got some, I don't know what kind of sauteed mushrooms. Or It was nice. So yeah, the beginning of day 2, it started pretty good. I mean, I got a little more sleep, but I wasn't fully at capacity like today. So
Apparently there were conversations going outside of our suite at the Crystal. And he's like, you didn't hear that? There were like 4 different conversations.
yeah,
And I'm a light sleeper. But I guess my body was just like not having it. I was so tired after that long flight.
yeah. Because if when you travel and if you go past a couple of date lines, and then you're trying to get acclimated to the time, and like you fall asleep hard, and then you wake up, you're like, damn, I think I slept a good 8 hours, and you realize you only slept 3 hours.
It happened to both of us.
Yeah, because we went to bed at around, what, 9?
9, and then I looked at when you looked at the clock, I didn't know what it was. But I saw you looking at the clock, and then a while later, I did too, and it was 1, and I was like...
Yeah, it was on 1 o'clock.
It was a rough night.
So I'm trying to think about all kinds of goofy stuff to fall asleep. Trying to think of all this stuff, but yeah, finally, you go in and out of sleep, and at 5, I was just like, I can't go back to sleep. So that's why when she woke up and looked at me, I was like, my eyes was just looking straight back at her. So, anyway, what did we do? We started the day with breakfast.
A nice breakfast at Crystal, excuse me.
Yeah, we're not Crystal Cities, we're close to where we live.
Also, I'm thinking of Crystal Palace in UK, South London.
Oh yeah. So we are never missing complimentary breakfast at hotels because we had an experience. Yeah, in Lamu. We didn't realize the breakfast was free, and we kept getting up, going out, getting breakfast. And yeah, so anyway, we was like, okay, we ain't missing breakfast. Let's go to breakfast, and then we'll start the day. And we got dressed and stuff, and that cafe in the Crystal Hotel, so it reminded me of, like, in the movies. It was like some kind of European style cafe with a bar, and the men of particular age, somewhere close to my age now. They were all in there, having conversations, some having coffee.
In their trousers, in their button-up shirts, jackets.
I tried to get somewhat a little wearing a cardigan. I didn't bring any button-up shirts, but and there, some even having beer. It's like 9 o'clock in the morning. It's like, hey, you make it to the age you are, you can have whatever you want in the morning.
He's problematic, is he not?
So yesterday, I think was it my first time trying eggs?
You had them recently in Ethiopia.
All right.
Yeah, he recently started to have eggs again in Ethiopia. I am planning to try eggs here, but he actually gave it a go. I think if you're going to go back to eggs, these are probably the best countries to do so. Because if you saw the footage from just a moment ago, they're little itty bitty tiny eggs, and they're so yellow when you crack them open. They look very different from what we see in the West.
Yeah.
They look natural.
Chickens are not taken care of in a humane way, so their eggs they're giant, they're white, they're crazy. But I decided to try some scrambled eggs or for top five, but Queen informed me that they're not really for top time.
We call it that here, but it's really more like scrambled eggs. Like a traditional proper frittata in Italia is more like a quiche minus the crust, meaning it's like finished off in the oven. It's really nice. Packed with whatever you want, veggies, meat, etc., etc. How's the rice?
It really complements the food.
Does it?
And the mushrooms.
By the way, Should we get some coffee?
Yes.
What would you like?
Yeah, we definitely need some coffee.
Thank you. What would you like this morning? Cafe latte, cappuccino, espresso.
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 Espresso. Yeah, I'm getting an espresso. Because, so along with my eggs, order coffee. And
I'm going to go fetch the coffee. Yeah, I'll be right back.
so yeah,
Continue.
I had coffee and some toast, some thick pieces of toast, but the bread was good. It wasn't like, it was really light. So it was light and airy and really flaky. Nice bread. And then I ordered a coffee. Well, she ordered a coffee for me, and she ordered a cappuccino. And I don't do milk. Like I'm not into dairy. But this time we decided to get milk because we know that it's more organic. It doesn't have a bunch of hormones added to it. So got the coffee with some milk, and I'm drinking the coffee.
He just got the milk.
I'm
He
realizing
just got the milk.
that, wow, they put a lot of milk in this coffee. Because
Yeah.
I'm looking at
What happened?
it. When it came, it had the froth on top with the little brown.
Yeah, they make it in the traditional Italian way where you've got the foam head, is what it's called, as opposed to in the West now where they do the latte art because they do a microfoam. So it's an airy foam, which is the old way of doing it versus like the new way of doing it from, if you're familiar with third wave coffee shops, such as my former coffee shop in Brooklyn. I'm just kidding. Where we now kind of do more of a microfoam and it's all flat. Should I do it? Should I go for it?
Just a little bit. I don't think she's gonna eat anymore.
No, it's nice.
I mean, I decided to just do eggs on vacation, as long as we're in a place where
It's nice.
there's not a lot of, like, things are real organic stuff. I don't know, this place is organic, like, everything in Eritrea is organic. There's so many sanctions in the country.
This country doesn't play ball with the West. So.
Yeah, but anyway,
Listen, first time in 6 years I've tried eggs, and they're delicious. I think I might get an omelet tomorrow. Might do. Well, we'll see how my body reacts.
Yeah.
But no, so he got his cappuccino with the head and then just a couple of dots of coffee up top, almost like stains of coffee. We thought it was a cappuccino all the way through, but it wasn't. It was actually just milk when he got through the head. I ordered a macchiato, which is also mostly milk for some reason.
oh, was it macchiato? I said
I got the
cappuccino.
macchiato, you got the cappuccino, but you ended up
I
just
got the
getting
cappuccino.
you ended up getting just milk for some reason. I don't know if there was a mix-up. So anyways, I've just ordered him an espresso and I've ordered myself a macchiato. I'm gonna give it another go. I had milk yesterday, and about 30 minutes after having the milk, it upset my stomach a smidgen, but I noticed that I didn't get the runs. So I'm gonna have a little bit of macchiato today. Hopefully it'll be light on the milk though and heavier on the coffee. It made me a little bit nauseous, but it didn't give me the runs. It didn't like cut up my stomach the way that lactose does.
You see, that's how I know that the milk is organic, because I didn't get, like, I don't have lactose.
Yeah,
I'm
lactose
lactose
intolerant.
intolerant.
Yeah, most black people are, to be honest, lactose intolerant.
Lost all the enzymes to digest them.
Yeah, but the main difference is when you pasteurize, you kill the enzymes, which is literally how your body's able to then break down and digest the food or beverage. So by having raw milk, which I believe the milk is raw here and unpasteurized, you still retain the enzymes, which aids in the digestive process. In the West, there's this myth and misconception that you have to pasteurize in order to kill all bacteria, but you end up killing good bacteria as well. And you need good bacteria, good microbiome for the gut, which is why so many people in the West now have autoimmune issues, depression, anxiety, weight issues, bloating, yada, yada, yada. All of that's connected to the gut, guys, 100%. So if your food is not being broken down if you're getting leaky gut syndrome, and if you don't know what that is, hire me as your holistic lifestyle coach. This is what I do. Then I can help you repair your gut, your digestive system, yada, yada, yada. And at the very least, if you're not going to hire a highly skilled Czech practitioner, get back to food the way that it was made over 100 years ago. Organic, unsprayed, free of hormones, and raw butter, raw milk, raw cheese,
And in hood terms, I didn't get the bubble guts, which usually happens within 5 to 10 minutes after drinking some milk.
Yeah. Your body will tell you within 30 minutes to about 4 hours if you're paying attention, whether it likes what you've eaten. Like if you're feeling lethargic, foggy headed, bloated, that's your body's way of telling you that's a no-go for you, because everyone has bio-individuality. Just as you're unique on the outside, you're unique on the inside. So. Oh, I have a nice dark macchiato today. It's good. Bella. All right. Oh, not the Splenda. Stay away from that stuff, guys. Miss Joy Moore and Jemima, stay away from that stuff. Shout out to our fellow YouTubers.
See, this is how coffee is supposed to be. I'm so used to getting American coffee where you get it's like this big cup. But anyway, that was a little TMI about the food. But if you've been following us, you know us by now. That's what we talk about. We are so TMI. But back to the frittata.
Which were scrambled eggs.
Scrambled eggs with veggies. Really good. But while we were eating, we were looking outside, and I'm just noticing like this place looks so like in the Italian movies you see on TV, like from the roads to the buildings, the cars driving down the street. But I noticed like all these kids, like high school age or middle school, I think high school. Yeah, high school age, just I don't know, just being kids, just playing, laughing.
Which is why, if you're a young family, maybe you should consider moving out here.
There's a lot of considerations to changing situation, changing circumstances.
Yeah.
Is that a melon?
I think so. Yeah. It's nice, right?
Mm-hmm.
All the food's so nice, guys.
So we're just, having conversations and watching the kids outside. And then we decided yesterday that we were going to switch hotels. So
you decided, and I couldn't say yes quick enough.
So we just went to our room to get our stuff packed up, but we didn't have any money, any cash.
You all know this already, Ticones. You already know how we do.
We'll never learn. We're still dependent on technology, digital currency, and credit cards, and I don't use, like, even if I go in the States, when I go to the store to buy a pack of gum and coffee or pastry, something under $5, I'm still throwing in my debit or my credit card. I don't carry cash at all, and it's just humbling to like realize like we rely so much on digital technology. It's like, wow, even this 5-star hotel, they don't take credit cards. So we had to go to our auntie's house to borrow some money to pay the bill to
We
get
went to her
out the
bar,
hotel.
actually. We actually went to her bar, but he saw it for the first time.
Yeah. And auntie's house is close, like walking distance.
Yeah,
So-
it was like 10 minutes away from Crystal, so
Yeah.
it was nice.
So-
Because again, it's very central, and my aunt lives central on top.
We just want to do our own
She's a
thing.
saint, yeah.
Yeah, she is
She
so
was
nice.
actually expecting us to stay with her. To be honest, it was a little bit disappointed when I told her that we had booked the hotel. But again, I think for everyone's comfort, it was important that we leave her space because she's planning something really big for us this weekend. She's got enough on her plate. We didn't also want to take her out of her element of being comfortable in her own home and having to tend to us and worry about us. More on what's happening this weekend later.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
And I was totally like, huh?
Surprise!
What is happening?
Yeah. Big things happening this weekend. Big things.
And like, we got a short time period to get ready for it.
Mm-hmm.
But, so yeah, she gave us some money. We went to her bar. Oh, and your uncle was there.
And we ran into my uncle. Mm-hmm.
For like ages.
Yeah, 10 years like everyone else. And it's funny because yesterday I saw him, and yesterday his son, Naod, shout out to you, Naod. Welcome to you, brother. We actually just FaceTimed with him a little while ago, whilst in our room still. And it was his dad that I saw yesterday.
And that was funny because I met his dad, and then this morning I meet him. You know, online I met him FaceTime. So that was just like, wow, I just met your dad yesterday.
Yeah.
The
Wow.
world is kind of small. It's big, but sometimes it can seem really small.
Yeah. So it was just really nice. Serendipitous. He's over there, we're over here.
Yeah. Oh, so we got in a taxi to come here, from the Crystal House to here, Asmara Palace. And the taxi driver was a young kid, and he was so up on everything. So we had a good conversation. She was asking him about all the nightlife in the clubs, and he was like, "Oh no, that one, it sucks now because the DJ left. Now the new DJ sucks." And we go here, we party, we go here. And Thursday nights, ladies' night, blah blah blah. So that was a good conversation with the young folk.
I know, we keep pretending like we're going to be out one of these nights and do a grown and sexy night, but...
By 8 o'clock, you're like, man, we just want to go to bed. We want to go to sleep.
We just want to watch a little telly after having a hot shower, watch a little telly and just...
No. We get so hyped up in the daytime, we're like, hey, we're going to do grown and sexy tonight. All right, 9 o'clock, we're going to be up at we're going to get dressed, go out to the bar, hang out, get our dance on, come back at an early time, like 11, 12. 9 o'clock starts. You're like, oh man, you know what? I'm hoping like she's like gonna say, you know what? Let's not do it tonight.
Do you feel that way?
Sometimes.
I feel the same way. I hope that you'll say the same thing to me, but I don't want to say because I don't want to disappoint you.
Yeah. Maybe if I don't bring it up, she won't say anything. She'll forget about going up.
I feel so bad because I'm keeping him from his best nightlife because I never want to go out.
All right, so after we checked in,
it was magical. Our room was like, oh.
Yeah, she was so happy. She kept thanking me. And then, so we had to go back. Oh, we had to go back to Auntie's house for lunch. Here we go again. Plate of food. Oh, we met her one uncle.
Other uncle, yeah.
So
we saw Desale now because at the bar we ran into Solomon.
Yeah.
And at the house we saw Desale.
Yeah.
He's the youngest of the 3 siblings.
Yeah, me and him, like, he was just talking stuff. Everybody, they speak English pretty good.
Beautiful flowers.
Yeah. Nice flowers. And me and him he was like, eat some more. I was like, okay, I'm trying to eat. Okay. And we had the same
that shuttle was bomb.
Yeah. And not to mention, here's more beers. And so, but these beers, they taste as Asmara beer. It has really good taste, not a lot of alcohol. So it wasn't like I was getting drunk or buzzed. It's just like I was just, and then I was tired, just during the day when your belly's full and you're drinking. I was just like trying to knock out. So then I had a short little nap, and then somebody came by the house.
We were there for about 2 to 3 hours, and then Lily, shout out to you, Lily.
Oh, wait a minute. Solomon and his friend came by.
Yeah.
So it's me.
Did we capture any of that conversation?
Yeah, I was sitting there with them talking. I talked to him for a little bit.
Yeah.
He was like, "What language do you speak Tigrinya?" I was like, "I'm learning." I was like, I'm just learning. I've been here 2 days and I'm learning. He was like, "Well, that's gonna be a problem because I speak a little English." So I said, okay, I promise I'm gonna learn. So we were just, messing with each other back and forth.
Who said that? My uncle said that to you?
Yeah, it was funny though. And then, but his friends spoke English. Like they both speak English.
Yamana
He was
speaks
messing
really
with me. Yeah, he just wanted to make sure that I learned to bring him. So, his friend, we were all talking, and the other uncle. So, and then Lily came over, right?
Lily, thank you, Febu, for keeping us connected to Lily. It's so good to see her. And she was amazing. She took us out to do some shopping for this event that we have coming on Sunday. More to come on that later.
Yep.
We walked, and we would have seen a bit of the images as we were walking around 5, 6 p.m. So it was getting dark outside, and we were going, and also there was no electricity on, so it was really dark. Because we were going in and out of shops looking for garments.
And wait a minute, but on our way to walk into the shops, like my bladder was this small normally already, so I had like 3 beers and food and water. So I'm going into bar after bar using the bathroom like every 5 blocks. TMI again, but this is the truth. So I'm just finding bars to go into, use bathroom, come out, keep walking. I bet she was like, "What is wrong with your husband? What's wrong with him?"
Weak pelvic floor. I keep telling him he has to practice Kegels. Stop the stream. Gently pull the testicles in and up.
Man, when I
It's an
do that,
exercise that needs to be practiced daily throughout the day.
He always gives me the things that happen.
That's what I do.
So anyway.
Corrective exercise coach.
So, we were just going to these different shops and walking around downtown.
Looking for traditional garments, which we found some for an occasion that's coming up. And it was great. And then, because at that point it was 7 o'clock, it's time for us to go home. And we did.
Yeah.
And the whole time, by the way, we were like, we're so excited to go back to that room. To that warm, spacious, welcoming room.
Yeah.
We were
I'm ready to get in a nice warm shower at the end of the day.
And it's just that knowing that once you've been out all day, out and about, that you have that comfort to come back to. With a comfortable bed that was warm enough that I didn't need to have 3 layers of clothes on. I slept in my birthday suit, which is how you're supposed to sleep. But I couldn't when we were at Crystal. That's why I was layered up.
We were layered up.
And I had to ask for an extra blanket at Crystal.
Yeah.
Last night, 1 blanket, birthday suit, everyone was chummy.
Yeah. But let me tell you, like, to attest to the just the generosity and honesty and just like how people are. Like I was trying on stuff and I left my necklace in one of the changing rooms, and we left the shop, and while we came back for something, and they were like, "Yeah, you left this," and gave it back to me, and I was like, "Wow, thank you." So she gave us the code. That was cool.
Yeah, because again, we're not. We're trying to do the best that we can to save as much cash as we can so that whatever we don't spend, we can give back to family. So we're not trying to recklessly throw money away. But I think that's it, guys. We've taken up a little bit longer than I think typical for a recap, but we got through it. We went on quite a few tangents. Thank you for sticking with us.
That's what we do. Y'all know us by now. We go from here to there to there, over the woods, through the alley to grandma's house, and come back to the story.
Yeah. I just want to say shout out to Asmara for having rideshare before rideshare was a thing in the West.
Yeah.
Okay, so we know who Uber got that from.
All right, so we're going on with our day to day.
Yeah.
And we'll be back for recap of day 3
tomorrow.
As you know, we always learn stuff at least 2 days. It takes us 2 days to figure stuff out.
I know.
All right, y'all.
All right.
Peace. Stay decent.